Boy, do I have a story for you. As I go about my daily business every day, I run into people who share with me their experience of God the Father Almighty doing something extraordinary in their life. I want you to know this story because it will help you understand that's true for you. You have a purpose beyond anything that you've recognized in the past, and I think this story will help you understand and give you new insight. Here's a story that will amaze you. Raven Nelson was an Indian boy growing up a number of decades ago, as so many kids did back in those days when it was difficult. Family was in trouble, lots of problems. He was removed, put in a foster home, abused, had difficulty, grew up with a lot of scars, a lot of fighting, a lot of battles. And so Raven carried with him an awfully heavy load. In the midst of that, as an adult, he decided that he wanted to get a job with bail enforcement. That meant that he was really kind of a bounty hunter. He was the guy who went out after people who jumped bail, were running from the law, in trouble, a lot of difficult criminal types. But Raven Nelson went after them. In the midst of one of those pursuits, he was shot. They rushed him to St. Joseph Hospital in Vancouver, bleeding badly. Hospital discovered he did not have type AB blood. And without that kind of reinforcement of a transfusion, his heart would eventually stop. And so his heart began to slow. In desperation in the emergency room, they grabbed the defibrillator paddles, put them on his chest and shocked him. His heart started again, and then it stopped again. And this time when it stopped, Raven felt himself floating up out of his body. And there he was suddenly on the top of the ceiling, looking down on the doctors and the medical people, the nurses working to revive him. And he was looking at his own body as it was slowly slipping away. And then he realized a man was standing beside him. And he looked at this man in a white robe with a gold belt. And the man looked at him and said, "Raven, I died for you. Will you give me another chance?" Raven was speechless, astonished. And as he stared at the figure, he slowly began to once again descend back into his body. And this time when the defibrillator paddles were applied, his heart started and it never stopped again. Amazingly enough, he left the hospital 4 days later with one objective. He wanted to know who was this man who said, "I died for you." Through Bible study, prayer, worship, he came to know Jesus in a very personal way. Removed the scars of the past, took away the hurt that had been in his life, and restored him to being a very different person. I want you to know this story because it's also your story. He's standing there saying, "I died for you." And as you reach out and are touched by the hand of the man in the white robe, your life will be renewed, reshaped, recovered. Oh, and remember, miracles never cease.